I quit the Lifesteal SMP. No explanation, no warning, and today I'm gonna expose the truth as to why. Mainly because I'm sick of other people making videos about it. Welcome to the very first episode of what I'm calling Real Talk, where I talk about something that's on my mind while playing a slightly realistic version of Minecraft. Oh look, gorillas. Probably not friends. Now, I don't want this to be some kind of like clickbaity nonsense video this time, so I'm gonna go against the grain of every instinct in my content creator body and give you the TLDR right at the start, and here it is. There is no tea, there is no drama, I just needed a creative reset. That's it. Now, anyone who does want to make a clickbaity "what happened to Lifesteal" video can go away. And anyone else that wants some more thoughtful explanation, well, buckle up, Buttercup. To really understand why I left, you probably need to know how I got into Lifesteal in the first place. And I forgot I can't actually chop wood with my hands, so we need to get stone. See, it all started way back at the beginning of 2021, I think, when my friend RecRap uploaded a video titled something like "I joined a YouTuber Anarchy SMP." And at the time, I had never heard of Lifesteal. I had never watched a single Lifesteal video. I didn't even know who any of the Lifestealers were, but I was friends with Rec, and so it kind of piqued my interest, at least to watch his videos. What am I supposed to do with this? Oh, what just happened? Oh, I got a flint shard. Let's go. More flint, please. And that's exactly what I did for probably about the next 6-ish months. And in that time, I really still had no idea what Lifesteal really was, especially behind the scenes. What in the heck is that? Ew. Gross, dude. But since I had no idea what Lifesteal was, and I was just watching Rec's videos because Rec was my friend, when Lifesteal opened up applications for people to join in Season 3, I was not interested. I remember that a lot of my friends at the time were planning on applying, and they were asking me if I was going to apply as well, and every time I said the same thing: absolutely not. Not out of like anything against Lifestealers or the server itself. I just didn't know anything about it other than it was a PvP server, and I don't know if you know this, am not a very good PvPer. I'm sorry. Oh, the monkey's mean. Ah! I was pummeled by a capuchin monkey. Hey, hunger reset, let's go. Anyways, like I was saying, I am not very good at PvP. But over that probably 2-week period, maybe it was a week, where people were applying to Lifesteal or talking about applying to Lifesteal, I was getting more and more interested, I guess, because it felt like more and more of my friends were going to leave the server I was playing on to go play there. So probably like 2 days before applications were due for Season 3, I sent a message to the one and only RecRap himself. Because here's the thing about Rec. He is probably, in my opinion, the most realistic person I have ever met. At least the most realistic content creator I've ever met. And he's not gonna tell you something just to save your feelings, you know? Like, he will tell you the truth no matter what. And so I sent him a message, and in typical RecRap fashion, he sent me a very nice, long, and thoughtful response. Oh, speaking of RecRap, melons. Which I can pretty much sum up in saying Lifesteal is not all about PvP, that he would help teach me PvP if I wanted to learn, and that he thought that I could make some pretty fun content with some of the members already. Which meant a lot to me, because I think a lot of people who join SMPs and stuff just do it. This is so hard to commentate when I'm constantly in danger. But I think a lot of people who do content creation and who join servers and stuff just kind of do so without a lot of thought, you know? It's just like, oh yeah, this seems like a place I could make a video. Cool, let's do it. And not a lot of thought as far as like, what's the symbiotic relationship that we would have or could have. So it was kind of a big relief to hear that somebody felt like I could not only make content there, but I could be like a genuine like good member. So that pretty much made up my mind and I decided to apply after all. Hey, crafting table, now we're talking. Wow, it's taken me so long to get to this point. Holy cow. Look at that, watermelon replaces my thirst and my hunger. That's the water in watermelon, let's go. And just as I was putting together my thoughts on how to make an actually interesting application video, I got a DM from Parrot himself who asked, Branzy, do you want to be in Lifesteal Season 3? And so I responded and said, a place for me to cause a little chaos? I'm in. But I still didn't like know anything about Lifesteal, not their names or channels, anything. And I think that gave me an interesting perspective, but I also think that lack of investment prior to joining was a telling precursor to my time on the server in general. I mean, I remember after Season 3 started, talking to Rec again and him asking me, can you believe that we're in Lifesteal? And I was like, yeah, who'd have thought? You and me on a PvP server? That's crazy. And he goes, wait, do you understand how big Lifesteal is? To which I responded, no. So he brought up some Google Trends, and I can't remember for sure, but at the time, Lifesteal was the second or third most popular SMP in the world. And I had no idea whatsoever. But that conversation kind of changed the way that I approached Lifesteal, because now I felt this overwhelming pressure to live up to the expectation that I'd imagined an SMP of that popularity would have. So thanks a lot, Rec Rap. No, but that did push me to learn a lot as a content creator and resulted in Season 3 housing some of my all-time favorite videos I've ever made. And it was extremely stressful. And that brings us to the first reason why I left Lifesteal. Because for all intents and purposes, Lifesteal is a ton of fun. But when you guys watch these videos and people are betraying each other or worrying about who to trust or people going for revenge or, you know, whatever, it is so stressful. It is constantly a stress fest on Lifesteal because you really don't know what people are plotting and planning even outside of the server. Like we could be in a Discord chat just talking and then like 2 months later that conversation will pop up in somebody's video and it turns out they were playing you the whole time and now they're going to kill you in some way, shape, or form. It's just constantly terrifying. And I think that the stress of that really starts to weigh on you after a while, because you can really only take the stress of like, who can I trust and when are we like friends versus when are we in content mode for so long. And it may sound like that a negative thing, but to me, that was always very positive because it showed that it is a lifestyle to be a part of Lifesteal, you know, and it takes a lot of dedication to do it justice and to really take advantage of the opportunity. And between the pressure and the never-ending stress of not knowing which of my friends I could trust that day, it kind of just started to wear me down. Oh, we got a storm coming in. Storm be brewing, Seagull. Get your head down. All right, let's find some shelter for this storm. Holy cow. Oh, all my melons went rotten. Oh, no. Anyways, so throughout Season 3, we had some really good times and we had some really fun adventures, and it was a lot of fun. But by the end of Season 3, I think the stress And the pressure finally just kind of got to me to the point of like, I needed to take a break. It's also about the time that I started making like 100 days content and kind of focusing more on the ideas of what I was doing and the experiences rather than the stories. Oh, the temple, let's go. Let's seek shelter in the temple from the storm. We're just gonna wait it out in here for the night, I think. This seems like a good place. This seems like a wonderful place to be. What just happened? Ah! Ah! Silverfish! Silverfish! It was a trap! Don't kill me. I'm on my bed. You can't kill me when I'm in my bed. That's what I look like when I die. That's fun. Anyways, like I was saying, so going into season 4, my heart just really wasn't in it anymore. I just needed kind of some time apart and some time away. And so that is exactly what I did. But there was one side effect to me leaving Lifesteal that I was not expecting or thought through all the way. And that was the community confusion. Now, to be fair, I've never really been like one of the core main characters of Lifesteal, so I don't think there was too many people that were overly concerned that I wasn't there. But for those that were wondering where I went or what happened or why I wasn't around, they didn't really have an explanation, and it didn't really feel very fair. And it's not a mistake that I intend to make twice. But man, I will tell you what, leave it to Prince Zam. Like, Zam probably is one of the biggest reasons why that monkey, I thought it was chasing me. Probably one of the biggest reasons why I even decided to come back to Lifesteal after my sabbatical, because Zam, throughout the entirety of season 4, would invite me to be a part of his live streams, which kind of just kept me afloat in my interest within Lifesteal. Like, without Zam being there and doing that and taking that time and putting in that effort, I don't know if I would have come back or not. But it really meant a lot to me for Zam to do that. It showed me, you know, that even though I wasn't making content there, that I still could find a place, and that there was people willing and able to include me in things, you know, even if I wasn't there to make content, it was still fun to just hang out and be around, to do things, and that people would take the time to invite me. Like, that is a really big deal, and I really appreciated that, and it's really what I needed. But what was also cool is that even though I was finding success in like 100 days content at the time, like, nobody was upset or mad like those pillagers. Like, everybody was really supportive and excited and kept telling me like how cool my videos were and how excited they were for my success. And it was just really, really cool. Ah, why are we so mad? Ah, don't brush me. Oh my gosh, it's a terrifying place. But even with all that being said, we were so far into season 4 that it kind of felt wrong for me to even try to jump in. Like, there were so many storylines going on and so many like factions, and at some point it just felt like if I jump in now, I'm just gonna be more of a side character distraction than I am actually going to be a useful part of the interactions and storyline that everybody's working on. And so it was best for me to just put season 4 away entirely. And so I did. But in the meantime, some other friends of mine started a different server called the Outcasts SMP. And even a little bit before that, my other group of friends started a server called No Name. And so suddenly I went from focusing solely on this 100 days content, oh God, leave me alone, to being wrapped up in 3 different SMPs, none of which I was able to dedicate enough time to really justify even being a member, unfortunately. I'm poisoned. Bad water. It'll do in a pinch. I'd rather be poisoned than die. Oh, that's not poison from you, though. Holy, leave me alone. Ah, why is it so fast? Yeek. Have a heart. Give me a break, dude. And so birthed the third problem for me on the Lifesteal SMP, overcommitment and lack of time. Because like I said, Lifesteal is kind of a lifestyle. Like when you're in it, you are in it. And now being a part of 3 different servers and doing 100 days content, I was just completely overwhelmed and didn't have enough time to do any of it to the degree that I really wanted to. And so I made a decision to choose only 2 types of content and to focus only on those and to give whatever I was going to choose my full attention. And those 2 things that I chose were No Name SMP and Lifesteal Season 5. And I chose No Name because there's really no pressure to No Name like whatsoever. We kind of just play random games and just have fun together, and it's actually one of my favorite parts of the week or bi-week that we get together and get to hang out. And oh my. Oh, pirates. But I chose Lifesteal as well because, frankly, I felt like I owed it to all of you and to my server mates for just totally bailing on Season 4 altogether. And that was not how I wanted to go out on Lifesteal. And besides that, like, Lifesteal, like, welcomed me with open arms. Like, I cannot tell you how nervous I was sitting in the Season 4 Discord and seeing that the invitation to the Season 5 Discord had already expired. And so I had to reach out to Parrot and be like, hey, I know I wasn't super active in the last season, but like, can I get an invite to the new server? And without hesitation, he was like, absolutely, here you go. I didn't have to explain anything. I didn't have to like go into detail about my commitment or anything like that. Lifesteal just accepted me and like wanted me to be a part of it. And that was that. And they had every right to say, no, like you've clearly proven that you can't commit to this server. Like that would have been completely understandable. What I cannot believe and understand is that they just decided, hey, that's cool. Like, we get it. Come on back. Absolutely. We'd love to have you. Like, that's so mature of them and by far more gracious than I probably deserved. Ow, 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 ow. This is much more what I deserve. And so I decided that every video that I was going to put out on my channel during this Lifesteal Season 5 season was going to be a Lifesteal video or with other life stealers. Obviously referencing the random internet video that Rek and I did. But the caveat going into the season, like before we even logged on for the first time, was that this would be my farewell season. I want to give it everything that I have, and then at the end of the season, find a nice bow to put on Lifesteal and go out in a fashion that I felt like was fitting for my time that I'd spent on there to that point. And so like day one, I went into it with like 100 days video on Lifesteal, and I teamed up with a bunch of players that I always had wanted to team up with. And on top of that, I wanted to make sure that I got to interact with every single new player on the server as well. I had an entire freaking bucket list of things to get done and to do on that server for my final season. But during that whole season, something happened that I wasn't really prepared for and that I wasn't even kind of expecting. And that was the number of people who were leaving. Like Rek had obviously left in Season 4, and then Parrot left early in Season 5, and Vitality left, and Subs left. And it was kind of just a big bummer, to be honest. But at the same time, we had so many new people that were adding totally new life to this server. And so I guess this server was just kind of evolving into something new, which was super cool. But it did kind of feel like the end of an era. Oh my God, you're adorable. Oh my, there's 3. Oh, what? Ah, I got hit by a fly. Ah, why? I need watermelons. Watermelons. God dang it. I don't even know what I died to that time. But this new era on Lifesteal was actually super, super cool. Especially like all the different storylines and plots that everybody was concocting and coming up with and working on together, and the collaborations. It was just so much fun. And I won't lie to you, during the last half of the season, I wanted to go back on my decision so badly. Like, I wanted to just tell everyone, you know what? I really love playing here, and I really enjoy playing with everybody, and I'm super excited for the future of the server, so why wouldn't I want to be a part of it? But then I remembered that little voice in my head spouting off about symbiotic relationships of servers, because I had dedicated a lot of my time, effort, and energy into Lifesteal this last season. And don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed it. I think we made some fantastic videos, but at the same time, I was just kind of creatively drained. I mean, I still feel like there's a lot of really good juice to milk from this Lifesteal machine. But at the same time, when I think about the ideas that I have right now, that I get really excited about creating content for, I find that I'm brainstorming ways to make those ideas fit Lifesteal, rather than just coming up with ideas that are already based around it. And so I kind of just wanted to take a step back until those ideas start to flow that match more with Lifesteal itself, you know, instead of just, oh my God, a hole. Hello. Instead of just, you know, relying on other creators to come up with really fun, cool ideas for me to play off of and try to riff off of, I want to be able to come up with said ideas. Like, I want to inspire other players, and I want to be inspired creatively and be able to execute my ideas and inspirations without having to think of, will this fit the Lifesteal vibe? And that's, again, oh God, okay, at some point I will figure out how to purify this water so it stops killing me. But honestly, it kind of seems a little martyrish, you know, because the Lifestealers would absolutely accommodate whatever ideas I wanted to, because we've done it before, like the whole carnival, right? They were accommodating me so hard with that idea. Like President Wembu was making me immortal so that I wouldn't get banned off the server, so that everybody could participate in the carnival, because it was such a big project, right? And as much as I appreciate that, and as much as I love them for allowing me to be Branzy on their server, oh my God, what is that? Hello? Oh, it's vicious. Oh God, it's vicious. Nope. Okay, it's your forest. I'm not here. That's yours. I'm sorry I intruded. But the thing is, I don't feel like I want the Lifestealers to accommodate me. I don't want anyone to have to accommodate me. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate them so much for it, but I want to come back to this server when I have ideas for Lifesteal, you know, not just to play off of ideas and not to have to ask for exceptions or whatever. Like, I want to do this the right way and have time to do that. And that is where probably the most important element of all comes into play: time. I do not have much left, apparently. Holy cow, I am on death's door constantly in this mod pack. Please don't attack me, kangaroos. I've seen the Australian videos. But time is probably the most valuable currency in the world. And I can tell you, content creation is the biggest time suck of a career you can choose. I can make a whole video talking about the horrible, unhealthy side of content creation and how much time it takes. But number one thing that it takes away from is the time that you would want to spend with the important people in your life. And I know a lot of you already know this, but I am a married man. I am an old married man, which puts me in a very different place than a lot of the other people on Lifesteal. And it's not to say that they have any more time than I do by any means. Like, they have jobs, they have school, you know, they have a lot of their own responsibilities as well. The difference, I think, is that my free time and what I like to do in my free time revolves completely around spending time with my wife, because that is the person that I want to spend every moment that I can with. And honestly, there would be no Brandsy videos if it wasn't for my wife's support. And she's the most supportive person in the world and has let me be a part of this server that has taken so much of not just my time, but her time with me as well. And because of the commitment of being on a big server like Lifesteal, especially one that if you're not around, then you're just not getting the content. And if it's your job, that's kind of a big deal, you know? So in a way, it's kind of just growing in different directions, I guess. And at some point, I think friends grow back together. And I'm so excited for that day because I don't know if you could tell in my Goodbye Lifesteal speech in my video, but I legit teared up and was trying to compose myself because I love those kids so much. Oh, I'm gonna get teary-eyed again just talking about this. Anyways, all that is to say that right now, I just want to focus on the relationships in my life and want to spend more time there than what Lifesteal specifically kind of requires to be a real member to the degree that I want to be. I also want to live on that island. Nothing bad ever happens on islands. What is that? No, sir, just no, sir. You are disgusting. Why? Ah! I guess the island was a bad idea. So, I guess if I had to sum up why I left Lifesteal, it's complicated. And there's a lot of reasons. But the hardest part of leaving is the people that I don't get to see very often anymore. Fortunately, that also brings us to what is next, which I'm very, very excited for. I almost got struck by lightning. Oh my God, that would have been so epic and sad. So what are these very exciting things, you ask? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Basically, just bounce around from server to server and idea to idea to make the funnest videos I can based on things that I find interesting. And let me tell you, after dedicating almost a year straight to Lifesteal, I am so excited to share some of these ideas with you guys. I just want the watermelon, dude. Oh God, just let me have the watermelon, dude. Oh God. Including making some more of these commentary videos as well, if you guys want them. If not, and you think this is stupid and that this real world thing is just way too intense because I've already died like 5 times, then, you know, I get it. But if you do want to see more, then leave me some ideas in the comments of what you'd like to talk about. And as always, tune in for the next one.